Hello, everyone. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, making some really good trades, and let's get right into it here. So, the S&P has made a new all-time high today, gapping open with a very big, euphoric rally in the AI sector with NVDA blasting off 14% today, I believe, with amazing earnings, beat on all metrics, and it was up 16%. Wow, 16% in one single trading day. So it looks like we are still in this wave three here potentially, and the wave four has just truncated and it's finished, and we're just finishing up in a wave five of a wave three. And once that's done, and then maybe then we'll get a bigger pullback. But again, there's just everyone is just piling in now. They gotta get in. Nvidia is going to 1,000, so people are just FOMOing in. And I've been a lot of people are like, I can't wait for you to lose money. And I mean, I didn't take any shorts or puts or anything like that. So just people are just very negative if you contradict the trend right now. So that's like all signs that we are nearing a top, in my opinion. But again, this can go on for quite a bit of time. It might end up like SMCI. SMCI was up 32% today. Again, this could be a classic ABC pattern retrace. If we get on the shorter time frames for for SMCI, you can see we probably have our wave A down here, and then in ABC retrace like so in a B wave. Let me just draw it out here for you guys so you can see. And then we're just now finishing up the C leg of the B wave, right? Could it push higher? Yeah, it technically could, and do an overshooting B wave, or this was the wave 4 low. We're not going to go any lower, but really what we'd be looking for is this target that I got outlined here now at 572 all the way down to 341. Although I don't think we're going to get down there. I think we're probably going to end earlier than that. So if we're going to draw a nice little target, we'll pull it from the all-time high and then drag it down to here. And I'll probably say that we might even like stop right around like the 100% retracement, which is up here. So I'll have to redraw the target area a little bit higher. So probably right around there, the C leg would end, and then we might not go lower than that. So 614 now to 376 is where this C leg could end, if it is a C leg, right? If the markets continue to push higher, and then you just truncate, then in that case, this was your ABC here, and you're already taking off in a wave four, in a wave five, which means you're gonna go make new all-time highs. In wow, where's my wave five? It's all the way over here. It's gonna push up to new all-time highs, maybe even 1,500, right? So that's basically it. Don't really have much to add on SMCI, and hopefully, if you guys are in shorts, it plays out. If you're in longs, I mean, set your stop loss and profit. Obviously, if this is gonna roll over. Let's take a look here at another one. We'll take a look at. Sorry, let's finish up the indexes, and then we'll get on to individual names. Someone asked me to take a look at some other stocks too. I got the list right here, so I'll just pull it up as I go. But we'll go back to the SPY. So the SPY is nearing the danger level here. Now, could this be an overshooting B wave? It could. It really could be, right? But given the nature and how euphoric it is, it could just be an impulse. And the ABC was a very small ABC, right? And a very truncated one, I guess. It just ended early, and then we did the wave four is in. The wave four is in, and the wave three is in too. And you're going for the final fifth wave, which technically should be the smallest wave now, because the wave three is pretty small and the wave one is quite large, and we never want the third wave to be that small. So I mean, if that's the case, then it should rally up into here, and it should end at any moment once we reach this area between 512 to 544. I know it's a big range, but that's what the target is essentially. It's like a 6% range here on the SPY, and we are very close to it now. We are like 1% away. So I wouldn't be surprised if we pushed up 1% and it just rolled over, right? And then this is a very small wave five, and you end the larger fifth wave, and you put in a cycle top with a wave X and an X wave, and then you begin a whole new cycle lower with a double correction. I mean, it can be you could, yeah, there's just so many possibilities. But for now, um, if the markets pull back from here and you go down, it could be the overshooting B wave scenario, and then the buy areas are already listed here. This one would probably have to be adjusted, obviously, if it's gonna be if that's gonna be the case, and then you know we'll go with it once it retraces or doesn't. Okay. And the triple Qs, similar situation. This one is a little bit better. It looks like the DC leg just truncated, and now you're just going to continue up in a wave 3 fashion, trying to blow off top here. Again, it has not confirmed yet because you need to make a new all-time high to extend the wave 5 here, or just completely start the whole new wave 3. And right now, I believe the all-time high is 439 and 14 cents, and the all-time high here that we have on the triple Qs is 439 and 12 cents. So we're 2 pennies off an all-time high. The futures right now, let me just check the futures, see where the futures are at. That's Bitcoin. We'll get on to the NASDAQ futures, or I guess the after hours, and we have we made an all-time high here? Let me see, 1837. 1843. Okay, so we have not made an all-time high, but we are floating up in the after hours. We'll have to see if they can push it up higher and continue this pump, or if it's just gonna run out of steam right away and roll over and double top. But we'll see. We'll take it as we go. Right, markets are very euphoric right now. AI is saving the day. And then we'll take a look at the IWM. So the IWM is definitely struggling here. To me, it looks like it could possibly take another leg lower, but like one, two, three, four, and in a fifth wave, right? And it just continued down because it invalidated the setup that we had. So now it would have to go a little bit lower, but could end up being another buy to dip opportunity down at 191, or sorry, 192 to 190. So between this area again, you could just buy once again and hope that these levels hold and you just continue to push higher. But I think that the IWM is probably going to be the final index to rally super hard, and it's probably going to be that one last burst of euphoria before all the indices line up, and then you start a whole new downtrend, right? But it doesn't mean that just because the IWM is rallying doesn't mean that the Qs are gonna blast to 600-700. You know, they're probably gonna chop sideways around this area, around this danger zone that I have here. Okay, let's take a look here at market cipher and wave edge. So I don't think there's any signs, any new signals here on the daily time frame. Nothing on the futures either, I believe. Nasdaq. Okay, you're getting some selling on the Nasdaq futures, and that's about it. You're not getting anything else on the daily time frame. Maybe the smaller time frames you have more data, but really I wouldn't bet on wave edge right now because the bullishness of how bullish the market is, and just people are just piling into these stocks. Market cipher showing that this should extend a little bit further. On the daily time frame, you have a green dot confirmation. Same thing for the triple Qs. The IWM did not confirm anything, and the Dow Jones. I mean, that's what happens when you have massive daily candles print like this. It shows that the market's going to extend further, but again, it may not be for much longer, or it could start a whole new trend. But again, right now the trends are friend, and it continues to push higher. All right, let's take a look at some individual names. I know you guys are very eager to look at the individual names, so we'll cover them right away. I'll actually cover the people that asked earlier, so we'll get to them first. So someone asked to look at GCT, Giga Cloud Technologies Incorporated. Oh boy, oh no. Well, so this thing is one hell of a stock here. Okay. All right. Probably get on some smaller time frames so we can see what's going on. It started off just selling off right away, so there's your ABC correction. And it just finished up here. Started a whole new cycle up. So wave 1, 2, right? Very deep pullback. Now you're in a, you could be in a 3. Let me just see here let me just check the daily time frame RSI. Okay, so could this have even your peak? Yeah, so technically you could already be in a bigger correction. This could have been your 3, 4, and a 5, and now you're finished. This could be finished, technically speaking, and if it does an ABC correction, like so, then you'd want to look for, wow, this thing pumped. I did see this thing pumped 27% today. I had no idea. Down over 27% for the largest percentage decrease. Okay, and it was up 27% today. But if it starts to roll over again, and let's say this is an ABC correction, then what you want to be looking for is a target between $18 and $8.21. Now that is a big range, but that is your buy area for the C leg retrace of a possibly very big cycle that's beginning towards the upside. But it could chop around this area for quite a bit of time, given how much it's gone up. If it keeps pumping, then all this was a wave 2 retrace of a larger wave 5, which means it will do something like this. It will continue pumping in a 5th wave, like that. If it takes out this high, then you're just gonna keep you take out the high, but not only taking out the high, but erasing the divergence on the RSI. If you erase divergence on the RSI, then you should continue moving up. If you take out this RSI peak here at 85 and you keep pushing higher, then the wave 5 is extending. All right, and you're gonna continue up in a 5 wave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Whoop! I did not mean to do that. Okay, so we'll exit that. So that's basically it. So I'll just put this here for now. Wow, there we go. Okay. Let's take a look at another one. We'll take a look at one that we always cover. We'll take a look at Starbucks. So Starbucks getting a nice little day today, up 80 basis points. It is trying to get above this resistance at 95. If it is able to do that, I think it will continue up significantly and continue to push higher. If not, the wave 2 is starting, and this is just a 1, 2, and you're gonna break the lows, and you're gonna go start a whole new, big drop in Starbucks, which hopefully does not happen if you are long Starbucks, and I hope it is able to breach it above this resistance and continue its move up. Let's take a look at Roku. Poor Roku. It is a tragedy. This stock is getting abused in every single way. There's no break for this thing. This thing seems to be just getting pummeled every single trading day that we've been getting this week. It's very unfortunate, obviously, for people who are holding it. But it's in the buy area. It's in the buy area, and these things can take some time to play out. Now it's oversold, right? Very oversold on the 4-hour time frame. It's at 21 on the 4-hour. Let's take a look at the daily. The daily, it's at 26. The lowest it's ever gone is like 20. Oh, there we go. 16. 16. I think this was a COVID crash. It went to 16. So it's not even. It could go lower, right? It can even hit the bottom of the range, which has a nice upsloping trend line, which I think it's trying to go for. But I think what we're going to need to see is a relief rally in a wave 4, right? And then come up, maybe hit the top of this box, and then come back down in a 5-wave move, right? In the final 5th wave to finish up the C leg, and then continue in a wave 2. Okay, so that's basically what I see happening right now, and I hope it plays out well for Roku. But if not, then this thing may start to capitulate and fall apart. And you have pivots to trade against, but hope to God it never goes below 14, because if it crosses 14, then it's it's one of those stocks that will go to zero. But I don't think that will happen. I think this range will hold for now. Okay, let's look at Tesla. So Tesla, uh, right now, is following our wave 2 retrace. This thing can even pull back up to this level here, and then continue down in the third leg. And again, this would mean that the Nasdaq needs to drop, and we're gonna get some pain soon in the EV sector, which we are getting in Lucid and Rivian blowing up today. Jesus, Rivian down 25% and Lucid down 16%. And then we have Polestar also down 6%, or sorry, 9% as well. So very unfortunate for the EV sector. We covered SMCI. We covered NVDA, the most popular ones right now, obviously. And we'll take a look at maybe one more. Let's take a look at another individual name that people love to cover. That people like to see. Another very popular one. Let me just find one that everyone loves to take a look at. I guess we can cover PayPal. Let me just find PayPal here. There we go. PayPal. So PayPal. It should be coming out of this wave 1. If not, it's still in the C leg, and the C leg is going to go deeper in this buy zone between 55 and 49, which we haven't touched yet, and it could mean a deeper pullback in a wave 2, and wave 2s can pull back very, very deep. So I wouldn't be surprised if this thing started to fall down just out of the blue. If the Nasdaq rolls over, then you're most likely going to get a drop in PayPal, and this is the buy area. We have it outlined here, and yeah. All right, let's take a look at Unity Software, and that's it for the individual names. It's still in the buy area. It's holding for now. It's got bullish divergence. Yeah. Well, I mean, it kind of lost it here, but overall, it should come out of this once the Nasdaq recovers. But if it starts to fall apart, and the markets roll over on the Nasdaq, then this is going to go deeper into the buy area. But it should be sustained. You should be met with more buyers, and people should be accumulating the stock, and then you'll come out of it in the wave 3 when the market relieves. All right, that's it. Let's cover. Oh my god, big yawn. I'm very tired. Let's cover oil and natural gas. So oil was attempting to break out today. It hit the resistance right around 79 to 78. Again, as I mentioned, it can clear this level, you're going to take off. If not, then you're going to remain stuck, and you could roll over, and then that's going to be very unfortunate for oil. But oil is very boring right now. You can see how much it chops, right? So it's just how the oil market is right now. Natural gas. So natural gas looks like it's coming down in a B wave here on some smaller time frames. Let me just see. Whoops. Didn't mean to move that. All right. So it's going to do an ABC, most likely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it could be big. It could be finished here, and you're coming down in a B wave. And this may not go that deep here for natural gas. We'll just do a little bit of a target. A, right, and then B. So somewhere within this area should be your buy zone for the B wave. And it should be supported, and then you'll come out of it in the C leg. And the C leg should extend up to like $2 or something. And then the wave 4 will end, and then you could be going down to the final crash in natural gas. But again, it sounds like I say only $2, but this would be like a 23% move, and on oil that would be like 40-50%, right? So that's a very big move for natural gas. And we'll finish it off with the TLT and the yields. So TLT was down a little bit today, I think. It was down slightly. Oh, no. Okay. No, it was in the green. But the yields, I think, got rejected once again from this area. If the yields push in higher, then that's bearish for equities. But until then, if the yields have not made a decision on where they want to go, I think we're waiting on that PCE data for next week, which the market's probably really stressed about right now. And then yeah, we'll see. We'll see once we get there. But overall, I think the TLT needs to make a little bit of a lower low, which means yields could push it into this area that I have outlined here. And once that happens, we should come out of it. Okay? All right. That's it for now. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Love you all, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.